SOPs and checklists. Why are these important? How do you do them? How have I done this to be able to make me 16K this month alone? And I'm going to show you the exact systems of what you can do to put into your business so that you don't have to worry about spending time telling people what to do within your team and also following up with them to making sure that they're on the task. My name's Sam and I am an online business owner. I've recently left my 9-to-5 job in teaching and pursued the online business space. I'm now growing and scaling my business to 100K a month. Feel free to follow along with the journey, but today is all about building systems and SOPs. What are systems and SOPs? Well, first off, a system or an SOP, a standard operating procedure, is something that gives people information that you've already done so that they can take that information and do that exactly. It's almost like a step-by-step framework or a step-by-step checklist of what to do. And I'm going to show you in this video today why it's so important and how you can do it to save you as much time as possible when you start hiring and building out a team within your online business. So first thing is going to be about how to build it out. So a system or SOP first off is something that's going to save you a significant amount of time. Now I use Notion for this. Notion is like my team hub for everything. Anything and everything that I need, I keep within Notion. Now this in itself is really, really important that you need to make sure that you keep everything online. Not on your own file, not on a Word document, you need to keep it online. The main reason for that is teams need to be able to access it as well, your team, when you start to grow and expand. I recommend Notion. It's just really, really easy and it's free to start with, and then once you start adding people on there, then I believe it's about £12 a month, which is well worth it. So how do you actually do this in the first place? Well, once you've done what you've done on Notion, then what you're going to do is you're going to build out a standard operating procedure or a checklist. And what we're going to do is we're going to dive onto the laptop now, and I'm going to show you this exact procedure and standard operating procedure of how you can do it. And I'm going to show you an example from one of my appointment setters. So this is the standard operating procedure or the SOP document for all of my outbound appointment setters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you through how you can build this out so that you're able to also do something similar to this. If you're doing this for content, if you're doing this for standard operating procedure for an appointment setter or for a VA, whatever it is. So this is the framework that I always like to follow whenever I'm building out an SOP, is have anything that's really important or really imperative at the top. So this is obviously just giving them a little bit of general information and then diving into here all of the important stuff, all of the things that they're going to need access to consistently. Then what we go through here is we go through the training process. So I always start with trainings, scripts, once they've booked the appointment, and then all of the data and then the payouts. As you can see, it's the exact same structure here. So in here is all of the trainings. So this is everything to do with like video tutorials on how to use the software, pain points that they can try and dig out of people. And then any training calls that we do have get popped into here as well, into the training document part. And then, for example, down here, like when the appointment's been booked, this is a whole standard operating procedure they follow, really, really simple, self-explanatory. And then same again with daily reporting, stuff like that, making sure they're reporting to me through WhatsApp, but also filling out their data as well, their KPI sheets. And then most of this stuff is really self-explanatory. What this allows me to do is basically idiot-proof, meaning that everything on there is answered. There's nobody from any of my appointment setters that I've had who's been like, I don't know what to do here, I don't know what to do there. I always say to them, check the SOP. If you're still not sure, then ask me then. But 9 times out of 10, everything that they need is on here already, meaning that it's going to save them a valuable amount of time from my end and from their end, because they can look back at this, they can learn more, they can listen to call recordings, all sorts of stuff. So if you're looking to build out a standard operating procedure, follow this process. Trainings first, then the tasks that they need to be doing. Then if there's any other additional task on top of that, that process then, and then finally the data, and then getting paid as well, if there's any sort of commission or anything like that as well. So that is how you build out a standard operating procedure, and an example of one. If you want more information or detail on how to do that in more in depth, then shoot me over a message on Instagram or drop a comment and I will reply to it with any relevant information or even more examples of SOPs as well. Hope you're all good guys anyway, and I hope this was valuable to you. If it was, please like, comment and subscribe. And as always guys, remember, always, always, always take action.